It's gonna
programmed.
be uploaded next year.
No, I'm gonna try to edit it tomorrow. Let's do a quick intro, okay?
Intro. We're gonna do an intro?
It's a podcast. You don't open up with a podcast.
We have an intro?
Would you say the name of the podcast that I thought so hard about?
Can...
Is okay. Welcome to the cLaZzy Bananas podcast / show.
I thought it was crazy banana.
It's cLaZzy with a L because I wanted to combine crazy with lazy. The amount of effort I intend to put into this.
Nice job. I'm proud.
Yeah.
Mute my phone.
So for the first episode, I wanted to talk about a tweet I saw on Twitter. Obviously, I thought it was interesting, just to see what you thought about it. Maybe get my thoughts. So, a little bit of an introduction to what's going on. So, we both like Animal Crossing, right?
I love Animal Crossing.
It's a really cute game.
Well, it's like The Sims, if you think about it, because sometimes when you play The Sims, you just take like 4 months break, and then you just come back to it like nothing ever happened.
Exactly. Well, so I follow this girl named Amanda. Her channel is the Amanda Files. She's a Animal Crossing YouTuber. I first saw her on TikTok. She used to do like skits that I thought were really funny. So she made a tweet recently that calling out somebody else in the Animal Crossing community, and I thought it was really interesting. And it's this right here. Somebody remade the Dahmer apartment, Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment from the Netflix series, in Animal Crossing. And this is what Amanda had to say. I'm not gonna say the curse words because I don't want to. But you can if you want to.
You could say ducking.
So she said, hey, can we effing not do this, really? Need the true crime boss babes to get in through their heads how vile this is. Just think for 2 seconds how you would feel if the internet was making cute little Animal Crossing builds inspired by the person who effing murdered your loved one. So as you guys can see, Naydeen, they recreated the apartment to surprising detail. And if you can see over here, I don't know if you can see my mouse.
Oh my god!
But they even included the dead body. And I can't even comprehend. But what do you think?
I have a lot of words. It looks really good, but I don't know. I have mixed opinions about it. They did really good though.
Like, to give this person credit, they applied a lot of detail to this. But the problem with this is that it's kind of tone deaf. Because you're literally making a cute Animal Crossing remake of a real story about a real murder. Multiple real murders.
Well, yeah, but if you think about it, right? Remember the clown guy, the John Gacy? I forgot his name.
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy or something like that. If somebody did it with him, I don't think they'll make it like a big deal, because it's not really like a... It was out there, but it's not like #1 like how the Netflix series is. The Jeffrey Dahmer series did way better than the Gacy one. So if somebody did the clown guy, I think the girl wouldn't really say anything, or whatever this person is, Amanda, would say anything if somebody did the other guy, to be honest with you.
Well, I'll have to disagree with you with that one, because this story kind of expanded over the last 2 days, and they actually end up mentioning that guy as an example of another person that they shouldn't be replicating. Not that anybody did, as far as I know. but that it would also be bad because the point of why it's bad is that it's a real person that killed real people.
Um, I'm
So
not saying that it's not bad. It's terrible that they're doing this.
I'm gonna show you some more of Amanda's tweets about the situation and then some other tweets that other people did.
Oh my god, there's so much reading.
There's a lot about this. And I did not expect it to like keep going when I first saw it, but it keeps going. Anyway, so she said, and before people bring up, you do a horror bill in Animal Crossing, and to you, your sheriff is a serial killer. This is a reference to her own series, where Cherb, the blue goat, I think, she jokes that he's a serial killer on her show, on her channel. But she mentions here that the difference is that the person, meaning Jeffrey Dahmer, has real victims, and hers was just a joke about a little cartoon goat. And she continues to say, entertainment, horror content should be fictional. The fact that the family of murder victims can be on the internet without seeing stuff like this, people making TikToks about it and wearing t-shirts depicting and dressing up as their loved one's killer, means we have failed as a society. And then she posts the actual caption of the post on Instagram. The girl that made the build said, who else was obsessed with this series? And she notes that she does not condone murder or violence, but that she's just fascinated with true crime and show documentaries. And Amanda then comments on it and says, oh good, they do not condone murder or violence, they're just obsessed with the murder of 17 queer, mostly POC, children and men. Listen, I'm interested in true crime too, but I personally come away from feeling disgusted by the killers, not jazzed enough to hop on, I imagine she means Animal Crossing, and do this. And then she mentions that the girl that made that post blocked her. And she said, oh my god, they blocked me, lol, okay girl, so like you're not sorry then. These were the first tweets, started 2 days ago. What are we thinking?
Well, to be honest with you, what came into my mind is the people now dressing up as Dahmer for Halloween.
Yeah.
That is, I think it's so wild.
It is.
Like, it's not right to do, but people were dressing up like the clowns and all that too, and it puts a fear in people, and I understand that, and I don't think people should do that, because I would be scared if I'll be like, oh wow, but I wouldn't know if it is him or not, because it just looks like regular clothing, to be honest with you.
Oh, the Jeffrey Dahmer costume.
Yeah. Because I seen kids on TikTok, they be dressing up like Dahmer, right? And go to school.
Yeah.
And what's that scene? You know the scene when he's drinking? I think he's in his house. I don't know if you watched it.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, so he just dances while drinking the beer, remember?
Yeah.
That's the quote unquote meme that everybody keeps doing, especially in the high schools and all that. And it's like literal teenagers and kids doing this. That's why I'm like, why? Like, I don't want to say why are they watching it? Like, it's interesting and all that, but somebody should teach them not to dress up like Dahmer.
Yeah.
Like, you know the background of him. Why are you dressing up like him? It's wrong.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't get it, because Halloween's supposed to be a fun holiday. And I don't think there's anything fun about dressing up as a real...
Well, the difference is when you dress up like Pennywise, it's different than Dahmer.
Well, Pennywise is not real.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jeffrey Dahmer was a real serial killer, and there were real victims.
Exactly.
That's the problem. I want to show you the girl's Instagram real quick.
Oh no.
This is her Instagram. I don't know if I'll leave it on the actual video or if I censor it, but
You shouldn't.
so she does a lot of Animal Crossing builds, and most of them are really good. Like, look, she did a Mulan.
Ooh.
Like, to give her credit, she's really good at doing this type of stuff. Animal Crossing decoration stuff. She did a few based on like different movies and shows that I think are really cool. Stranger Things. I haven't watched it, but
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
she did Luca.
Oh my god, Pokemon! I'm sorry. I saw Pokemon.
Yeah, she does like posts about Pokemon as well. She did a Luca one, recreated the tower from the movie, Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh my god, that's fire.
Yeah. Aladdin.
Oh man.
And Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. Oh, that's so cool. I think it has the Princess Peach crown on.
Oh. Well, she does really cool ones. But then there's the Jeffrey Dahmer one. What I find really ironic, you go on her Twitter, her caption is Animal Crossing and everything cute.
Oh no.
Everything cute, and then she
No.
makes a Jeffrey Dahmer Animal Crossing build. I'm just here like, what part of this is cute?
Yeah, it looks really good, the design. It's just like the background of the person that they
Yeah.
built it on
And
is
just
a little too much.
the thought process of using the CPR dummy as the dead body.
Yeah, it's a little too far, man.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, me seeing this, like, that was a real person, and it just kind of makes me feel really bad. And I don't
Yeah.
understand how she didn't see that as well. Like, I don't know,
How
like,
old are they? Do you know how old they are?
I try to look up, but she doesn't say her age on any of her social media, so I have no idea.
Mm-mm. I don't
But
know, man. You're just looking at the dead body, and all I see is the chainsaw and the camera. That's
well,
another part of it too.
yeah, the whole look, even the bucket, the blue bucket
I
in the
know.
background.
That acid, yeah.
It's just that I don't know. Like, if I get that you like the show, it was interesting, but like, I don't know, the thought process of like, oh, I watched the show, I'm gonna go and make this, just because it is this specific story and is real, I wouldn't be comfortable doing this.
Yeah,
Because
man. Yeah,
I
you
just
feel it
feel
uncomfortable.
I just feel bad. I don't understand her. Another thing that she did is that, you see, all the comments are positive on her.
Oh, she censored?
She deleted all the bad comments and then
Dang.
limited all the comments because people were actually telling her that this wasn't okay, and she just basically ignored it. Which is another thing that Amanda later mentions. Amanda kept going in on this girl, and other people were also talking about it a lot. Look, she retweeted somebody else. The effing Dahmer bill is honest to God despicable, and I'm appalled at the way this is a girl's name handle being asked for any of the explanation. Community has a lot of queer and POC people, and the inappropriate behavior and unwillingness to learn is hard. They're basically referring to the fact that the girl didn't really respond to her being called out, and her response was really just blocking a bunch of people and limiting her comments and ignoring the whole situation instead of just saying, hey, I didn't mean to cause any harm. It just felt like she doubled down on the fact that she was doing this tone deaf Animal Crossing build.
Yeah, but if she keeps posting, they're gonna keep commenting, and she's gonna keep limiting her comments and deleting the comments. So she
Yeah,
can't hide forever, bro.
this is somebody else's tweet about it. True crime finds when the challenge is not to be insensitive. Reference apparently a lot of true crime fans kind of forget that the serial killers and all that stuff that are real actually affect people and stuff.
Yeah, and I don't want to. I don't know if I am a true crime person because I watched some lady on YouTube and some other guy talking about all these people that kill people, right?
Yeah,
Um, and like they don't go crazy about it. Like they're posting it, of course, is bringing more like attention towards it, and it might traumatize the families and all that. But it's also like supposed to be. They're doing it as like a
educational.
yeah, they're trying to
Yeah,
educate people on what happened.
yeah. For true crime stuff, I only really watch Bo's channel. I think her channel is called Bo's versus the World right now.
Wait, let me check mine. I think it's Eleanor or something like that.
Yeah. So she always tries to make sure to point out that it's educational, and she doesn't really glorify the killers, obviously. And she
Yeah.
always explains the psychological aspect of this and how a lot of the trauma, and make sure to be respectful towards the victims and everything. Which, like, again, for this girl, like, is understandable if you're interested in this type of stuff and you're a fan of true crime, but you need to understand that because it is true crime, it's real, and there's real victims, and the family of the victims, they're still out there.
Hmm.
And like, you just imagining if like one of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims was somebody that you were related to, and you saw this post and you knew that, oh, this is referencing like my family member getting murdered,
Hmm.
and they made it into a cute game. It's not funny.
It's not a good mix. It really isn't.
And there's people here commenting, beautifully done, looks perfect, especially with the band.
Oh hell no. That makes me uncomfortable.
This guy says, this is brilliant, been waiting for someone to do this. Is a little concerning.
Yeah, it's a little sus here. Oh wait.
Yeah.
What the hell was I gonna say? There was a thing I seen. Somebody was working on I don't remember what the serial killer was. I could be completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Um they were making it in Fortnite, and
Oh
I
no.
don't know if they ever completed it. It was a really long time ago. It was like when I was younger and stuff. And I remember they used to have like terrible comments in the comment sections too. And people were going crazy on him, and he deleted his channel. Yo, bro. It was insane. Yo, did you hear about the father is suing Netflix for saying that they told the story wrong or something like that?
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. And I don't remember. You know the girl that screamed on the stand when she was talking to Dahmer? I
Mm-hmm.
think it was her. That's the sister, right? I don't remember.
The sister of one of the victims, I think.
Yeah, so I heard she was suing something, but I don't know if it was Netflix or what, but I know she was upset about the documentary and stuff getting released and all that. And Dahmer's dad, I just think he's doing it for the money, bro, honestly. Uh,
Possibly, yeah.
he was doing that with the books and stuff too that well, the book he made
Yeah.
about his son.
Yeah, and even in the show they mentioned that they were gonna turn the book into a movie, but then it got
Yeah.
like cancelled or something.
Oh,
Well,
that's wild.
I know Netflix didn't do like at 100% accurate recreation of everything, because there's some things that they couldn't really do exactly as it happened,
Mm-hmm.
which is understandable if there's like something that's different from reality. But I don't know. The dad himself is kind of a hard one to trust there.
Well, he is a parent, so no matter what your kid does, they'll always support them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's look through a few more of this stuff. There's something else I want to talk about because Amanda received some messages from other people that were defending the girl that did the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. And she was having like a whole fight with somebody else. Classic Twitter. Apparently, oh, this girl, they deleted the tweets.
Oh, we gotta go in the way back. We gotta go in the way back machine.
Wow. Well, this girl was basically just complaining about what Amanda had said. Amanda was just commenting. She said, "You just want to say how proud I am of the Animal Crossing community for collectively coming together to better." But I can't read. Sorry. Very loudly denounce the abhorrent behavior of Sulky. I'm just gonna call her Sulky. Her fringe group of loser pick-me friends and anyone else who thinks it's okay to mock the trauma of queer POC murder victims. This girl was defending her, saying, "Well, this is not the Animal Crossing family that I know. Who cares if it is a build, whatever. Put your big girl panties on and stop getting your feelings hurt by everything other people do."
Damn.
You can see they're just like fighting. She comes back at her saying that they're the ones throwing the fit just because we're asking for sympathy, you know, for the families.
Yeah.
And then this girl reply is that I doubt that you knew who Dahmer even was before the show came out. I can't wait till you find out about other serial killers. And then more people come in and also respond to this. Who the F didn't know who Dahmer was before the show? He's not like some obscure underground indie musician that you knew before they were famous or something. He's literally one of the most famous serial killers of all time. Let me pick your battles, babe. Basically replying to this girl, and there was another update from Amanda saying that she has gotten a DM from a small creator who has been harassed by Sulky and her fans after having called out the initial post. So apparently the girl that did the build had been secretly or DMing and harassing other people that call her out.
Damn.
And it's not cool.
Wait, so she's making fake accounts?
She apparently she's been doing like secret accounts or something, or maybe having her fans or her friends DM other people, harassing them and like trying to scare them from talking about it, I guess. Her fans has been having her fan after having called her initial post, not okay, so can friends, my DMs have been planned being a large ongoing problem for all the young. Leave my friends alone and let's chat. As Amanda basically letting them know that she's here to fight them. Since finding out about you, I have not stopped hearing stories and seeing screenshots of your rancid behavior over the years. I want you to know I'm not going anywhere. The toxic racist bull poop you've been getting away, and here you're done. So I guess she's also like being racist and said racist things to other people.
Ah, she went there.
Yeah, and I saw another tweet of another Animal Crossing like account that said that she was attacked or like she was harassed by this person, and she happens to be a queer person of color, so there seems to be some racial and homophobic intent behind this girl's actions. It kind of explains why she would be a fan of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my god, you spilling the tea right now.
I'm just telling you what I've been reading because this. I was surprised how much this kept going. Because I just seen the original tweet, right? And I thought, oh, that's an interesting thing. This person did this. It's clearly tone deaf. Like, I don't know. I would like to talk about it because I don't think this is okay. And then I kept seeing Amanda's tweets about it, and she kept telling everything that was happening and all she has seen. And it just seemed, at first I wanted to like really believe maybe this girl just like, I don't know, maybe she didn't think too hard about the victims of Jeffrey Dahmer when she did this, but now it seems like she actually might be racist and homophobic.
Yeah, man. The
You know,
truth must be told, man.
now I feel like this is drama alert and we're reporting on some.
We're the gnomes.
Oh no.
Keemstar, don't come at us.
Oh no.
Don't come
Okay.
at me. I'm for.
Yeah. Anyway, so Amanda made a bunch of tweets basically talking about that she's down to like fight against these people and support anybody that's being harassed and stand up for what's right out here.
Yeah, she must have got a. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm sorry. I'm too
Yeah.
sensitive when people bully me.
Yeah.
She probably could take the hate.
Shout out to Amanda. She makes
Yeah,
really funny
Amanda.
videos. That's why I follow her. There was another person, let's see if I can find the tweet, because there's a lot of tweets and there's been more, and there was somebody else that said that they got a DM. I think it was this girl. It's been a day since I tweeted about how incredibly repulsive it is that someone recreated a Dahmer Animal Crossing build. Since then, burner accounts have been trying to silence and intimidate me, a queer POC. Don't be fooled by these tactics, this is more than just a game, it's personal. So this is a girl that said that she had been receiving DMs, harassment from the person that made the build. Says, this isn't even about me, but I'll continue to speak on it because I see glimpses of my friends and myself in these victims. I can't even imagine what their families have experienced with the recreation of their loved ones as if it's some sort of spooky aesthetic. And then she posted some other tweets of people replying to her, or replies of people basically complaining, trying to defend the girl that did the thing. Why are you even talking about this? You're bringing attention to it. If you're so offended by this build, tell them, not us. This makes you a part of the problem. Actually had a reply for this. I think they did try to talk to this girl, but she literally deleted all the comments calling her out and
exactly
and decided not to really reply back. So this is why they're
she
talking
technically
about...
replied back. She doesn't want to hear anything.
And yeah, her response was to basically ignore it.
Exactly that.
Here's another tweet. They talk about it because they are miserable with their lives and want to go after the little person where they should be boycotting Netflix. They love cancel culture, and since they can't cancel Netflix, they try to cancel who they can. They're hypocrites. This person also kind of missed the point of calling the girl out. They weren't really trying to cancel her at first, just kind of called out the insensitiveness of her creation. Like, I personally wouldn't even blame Netflix, because what they were doing was like a retelling of a story. You could take it as like for educational purposes or just like news, even if they're making money off of it. I don't know if they're like giving any money to the victims or anything, but this person kind of still missed the point of why they were calling the other girl out. This person says, it's a effing game, so effing sick of sensitive entire B words cloaking themselves in acceptable and coziness and warmth. Go cry about it or something. Anything that doesn't suit your effing children is cancelled, so effing annoying. This person complaining about how anybody who criticized the Jeffrey Dahmer Animal Crossing build is too sensitive. But I don't know. There's it's just I don't understand these people honestly.
Hey, the world wouldn't be the world if there was no other opinion.
True. I guess there's like the yin and yang. There's the positive side and the negative side, and it's all balanced.
But you gotta think about it when if you saved well, you'd never be in their shoes because they're actually donuts, but
Yeah.
uh the they really believe in what they're saying. They think they are right.
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
Mhm.
Well, this is I think, well, this is kind of the last thing I wanted to cover really, because there's more tweets, and it's basically just Amanda talking about how she plans to continue calling this person out, especially if they don't really respond or with an apology or anything, and if they continue to like harass other people. But apparently, the girl had posted on her Instagram story this quote: "Nobody's truly cancelled unless they consent to it and they willingly play their assigned roles." I guess this would be her response for getting quote unquote cancelled. Amanda said, "Oh wow." So, not sure why I'm so shocked, but just so everyone is aware, just this girl just posted this Matt Walsh notoriously horrible transphobe quote via right-wing social media app Parlor. So it's getting a bit, I guess it's kind of political in a way,
I
but
don't
it
know who the
basic
hell Matt Walsh is.
but basically it's just pointing out that this girl seems to actually be uh possibly racist, homophobic, based on her response and based on this quote apparently. So Amanda says, just want to reiterate, sorry if I can't read my bad, that this person has now exhibited blatant racism and transphobia, and there is absolutely no excuse for it. Queer and POC members of this community matter at like it.
Yeah, beat him up, Amanda. Punch them in the stomach. I don't condone violence, so don't take that seriously.
Well, that's about as much as I'm willing to cover about this for now, because there's too much going on. But, wow. I, I still want to have faith in humanity.
Sorry, that's not gonna happen.
And I wish this girl like apologize, but I don't. At this point, I don't think she will.
I don't. After what she just did, I don't think nobody will forgive her. I
Yeah.
wouldn't forgive her. I wouldn't.
What is
Because
this?
look at the way they responded.
Yeah. Well, she posted more stuff recently.
Mm.
Taking part in someone's cancellation and being part of an online mob maybe it's exhilarating while you're still receiving social points, but it's useful to remember that the same mob won't hesitate knocking on your door when the time comes. I guess this is her response, and then some cute stuff because she likes cute things, you know.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about it because I feel like it was important to point out that what was wrong with the post originally. Just in case people didn't know.
Exactly. Gotta spread awareness. Cancel culture sometimes can be good.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
the point is really to educate people on what they're doing wrong.
yeah.
And the whole point of this is it's not fun to do this type of stuff because this is a real person. Like this right here represents somebody that actually died.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't know, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be comfortable doing.
No, I think they would have saved their own if. Sorry, I'm supposed to curse in it. But if they would have just said the like then and there, I'm sorry, I didn't know that it will offend these people. Like, just don't do it again. It's not that hard. But
Yeah.
the end quote is, "Don't be a donut." No, you're welcome.
Don't be a donut.
Don't be a donut. The end quote of the podcast is, "Don't be a donut."